Neptune goes retrograde. This energy can at once be confusing, disillusioning. It can be inspiring, but in a way that's not necessarily connected to reality. If you are a sensitive soul, chances are this may feel like an emotional roller coaster. Getting enough rest is going to be imperative to so many of us out there. And there may be some sense of questioning what's real, what isn't, were your experiences worth the cost or not. There is, with this energy, a sense of disconnection from the practicalities of life, but there's also the hope of seeing things honestly, especially seeing things honestly within yourself and being honest with yourself. That is what's so hard and yet the great blessing of this time. We may not always know what's real, whether that's the information coming at us or where we stand with another person or with the events that are taking place that seem to affect us, but perhaps really don't. The key thing with Neptune station retrograde is the days surrounding it, give yourself lots of time and where possible, get a lot of rest. And as much as possible, strive to do those things that connect you with the physical realm, because the emotional, spiritual realm can be so strong, but that's also where the energy is so uncertain. Finding balance now is going to be key in helping you to navigate this time. Again, some signs are going to feel this more than others. And what area of life things are uncertain, or you might have a very rude, uncomfortable reality check moment, well, that depends on your sun sign, your rising sign, maybe even your moon sign. You want to take all three into consideration as you synthesize the information. Aries, soul, psyche, spirit. It is what you're feeling within that you can't quite put your finger on that's especially strong. Getting enough rest, getting enough sleep, it is going to be mandatory, helping you to navigate this time with self-care. Taurus, friendships, groups you belong to. Should you stay involved in certain professional groups? Should you go? What a friend is telling you. Is it real? Is it true or not? Are you seeing what you want in a group friendship or with a particular person? And social situations, they can leave you feeling downright tired. Again, for all signs, self-care is key, and getting enough rest. Gemini, bosses, people in positions of authority, your career direction, they've been chasing a dream and now realize that it's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Others, though, may find this a time when you're addressing where things haven't worked in the pursuit of alignment with your life purpose. This is a time to get honest and to reconfigure. Bosses may feel like they're not being straightforward with you, intentionally or not. So give them lots of space. Cancer, long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, interactions with these particular institutions can feel confusing or disillusioning or even disappointing at this time. However, there's a real opportunity here to get honest about your beliefs that guide your life, your political, philosophical, spiritual belief, and how they help you to make sense of the world. Are they still working for you? This can be a time of questioning as to what you believe. Is it still relevant based on your own recent experiences? Now, for all that, it's like a moment that is needed. You're looking at different sides of whether it's personal beliefs or what you understand about the world around you as part of making an informed choice forward. Leo, profound change, profound truth, and understanding of meaningful change in your life, what that looks like, and regeneration, self-honesty, including psychological self-honesty and therapeutic breakthroughs, but also your relationship with financial institutions. All of it could get really confusing or uncertain at this time. You just want to make sure your bills are paid with energy like this, especially where it comes to things like credit cards and mortgages and loans that you have. But for all that, this is a chance for you to really look that much more deeply at what wealth means to you. to ground it in things that are always with you. Virgo, business partnerships, professional alliances, and romantic partnerships as well come into focus. Is this person being straightforward with you or not? What do you really feel for this person, and what's keeping you here or has you interested? It's all nebulous, uncertain. You don't know if people are necessarily being honest or straightforward with you, and that is okay. There is going to be some wake-up call, a bit of a shake, if you will, where you finally see what's really going on and what you're really feeling, breaking out of illusion and just the fantasy of your hope, and seeing people as they actually are is the way to cultivate meaningful mutual respect as you figure out the best way forward. Libra, your daily life, your work life, clients, customers, coworkers, and your health as well. So mix-ups become possible. You really want to be careful with your medications at this time. And if you can help it with routine tests, I would avoid those in the days surrounding Neptune changing directions. The people you interact with regularly, well, you may not know who's being straightforward with you or not, or even what you feel, the potential that could be there to tap into greater opportunity. And if work-related opportunities do come, there are very key details that you're just overlooking. So give yourself a few days to figure out what's real, what isn't, but also what you want to do. Scorpio, romance, flirtation, creative fulfillment, and the children in your life. A flirtation may take you aback, but may also in some way be disappointing. Maybe the last person you hoped or expected to flirt is showing you that they have that side, and it could be uncomfortable now. And I would say if you have feelings for another person, just pace yourself and be yourself. Outside of that, creative opportunities may feel like they leave something to be desired. And is your child being straightforward with you? Well, you won't know quite yet, but you will soon be able to have that honest and clear discussion as part of strengthening the bond. Sagittarius, your home, your past, and your family of origin. Things around buying, selling, moving, or attracting a new roommate are just nebulous. This may not be the day to make any kind of really firm decisions. If you are connecting with people for a new roommate or hoping they'll help you to move, well, all is not clear. You're really not seeing them as they are, and that's okay. If it is that you're hoping to help a family member, well, again, if possible, give it a few days. I know sometimes it's not, but what they really need and what it is that you give may not necessarily meet. In order to be truly effective, you may need to pace yourself just a little bit as part of demonstrating the care and consistency that is there. Capricorn, siblings, cousins, neighbors are downright confusing. Just when you think you know what's going on with them, well, it may seem as if they really don't know what they're doing. That just might be your impression, though. Gossip in general, very high now. And the likelihood of you coming across information that just isn't accurate, very high as well. Give yourself a few days before you take any information and use it to make consequential decisions. Aquarius, money you earn, money you spend, self-love, self-esteem are covered here. And if it is that you're looking to make a purchase significant to you, this could be a time when making that purchase ends up being a big waste. A lot can go out, but this can also be a time of inspiration as to what prosperity is for you and how to attract more of it. The thing is, you don't want to make big life-altering changes or purchases that feel big and important to you, especially at this time, because you may not realize what's actually going on in the details. Self-love rooted in spirituality is a strength. Pisces, identity, priorities, who you know yourself to be, what matters to you most, what matters to you first, all of it is unclear. Just when you think you know who you are, you may not feel connected to it. You are the sign that needs to be very diligent with self-care now. Getting lots of sleep is going to be really important. So make sure you schedule that as part of moving in a direction where once the more misty energy lifts in a couple days, you'll be able to see yourself much more accurately, which means much more lovingly, as you deserve.